Hey guys, what's up? Inazilla back again today with another top 10 list. Today's topic is the best Pokemon returning to us in the Crown Tundra expansion. So if you're excited, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and watch until the end. Let's do this. Oh, and they're not in any particular order. So again, let's do this. First up is Blaziken. I think Blaziken's going to be an amazing Pokemon for ranked singles. Doubles, not so much. It can get countered easily with Tailwind and faster air streamers, and the ever so prevalent Trick Room, but in singles, doesn't really need to worry about those as much. Its speed boost ability allows it to get +1 speed every turn, so in theory, you'll be able to get +1 attack and +1 speed in the same turn from KOing something with Max Knuckle. It's not perfect though, and it will have its issues, notably Talonflame. If Blaziken gets popular, people are going to run dual Wing Beat Talonflame just to counter it. So then Blaziken teams are going to run Stealth Rock more often, and then Talonflames are going to run Heavy Duty Boots more on and on and on and on. But long story short, Blaziken's going to be a good addition to the roster. And no, Smogon people, it's not uber material. Stop arguing that it is. Never has been and never will be. Next up, LANDORUS. LANDORUS can be split into two Pokemon that do two very different things, but they occupy the same space in the Pokédex, so they're the same Pokemon. Either way, both versions of LANDORUS are going to be very good. LANDORUS Incarnate even got a soft buff this generation because of the hidden ability patch. Because of this, Sheer Force is going to be legal on LANDORUS for the first time in forever. Life Orb and Sheer Force boosted special attacks from LANDORUS Incarnate hit ridiculously hard. Then there's LANDORUS Terrian, aka Lando T. It gets its Intimidate, and doubles it'll act as an alternative Intimidator if Incineroar isn't your thing. Provides different moves, resistances, and weaknesses. With all the Defiant and competitive abusers available now, especially with the Galarian Birdie trio, Intimidate is going to be a lot riskier to use. But it'll still be an effective Pokemon. Something it'll be able to do better than Incineroar is to be an effective Dynamax attacker. Stab, Airstreams, and Quakes are deadly. It'll be a great Life Orb attacker, weakness policy abuser, and I'm not talking about just doubles. It'll be able to pull this stuff off in singles too. You probably won't need even to change movesets around when you're putting it on both kinds of teams. LANDORUS is back, guys, and you need to be prepared. Oh, and there's no hidden power anymore, so you can't just cheese a hidden powered ice onto a random Pokemon to handle it. Yeah, be scared. Garchomp. Everyone's favorite pseudo-legendary from Sinnoh is back, everyone. With a really high base 138 attack and usable base 102 speed, this thing is definitely going to be a highly used Pokemon. Choice Scarf, Ban, Life Orb, Swords Dance, acts as a Skill Shot, Earthquake, Fire Fang, Airstream in the form of Aerial Ace, Rock Slide, Shadow Claw, Brick Break, Poison Jab, and Iron Head. This thing is going to do a lot of crazy things in both singles and doubles. Rough Skin's a fantastic ability that deals damage to the opponent when they make contact with you, and it'll even be able to abuse its Sandveil ability this generation because it'll be able to get its own Sand Up with Max Rockfall. Sandveil pretty much gives you a free stage of evasion in sandstorm weather, so that's neat. Yeah guys, Garchomp is going to be awesome. It'll have to be careful of fast Pokemon with ice moves like Inteleon and Pheromosa, but other than that, it can really fend for itself. Next up, the Ultra Beasts, well most of them. I don't normally like to group a bunch of Pokemon together into one section like this, but this would be a lame list if it consisted of a ton of Ultra Beasts and Tapus and nothing else. Oops! Spoiler alert. Anyways, notable Ultra Beasts that are coming back are Kartana, very fast, extremely high attack. Pheromosa, ultra fast, ultra high attacking stats and no defenses whatsoever. Naganadel? I don't know. Really fast special attacking Poison Dragon. Blacephalon, another crazy high stat special attacker. Stakataka, a crazy defensive behemoth that can and will take 4 times super effective attacks and not really care. Celesteela, another crazy defensive boss that can Leech Seed, without even being a grass type. Yes, and they all get Beast Boost. Beast Boost is an ability that boosts the stats of the Pokemon by 1 stage, every time it lands a KO. So that stack attack that you've been having a hard time killing, yeah, don't let it kill you or it gets even bulkier. Oh man, I forgot circuitry. Its base stats are all relatively balanced, except its special attack. It's ridiculously powerful because of this. Its base speed is middling, so it's not the easiest Pokemon to use, but figure it out because it's unbelievably freaking crazy. It's too fast for Trick Room generally, but I'm going to try to use it anyways with a weakness policy bulldoze strategy. That's just me though, I'm crazy. Tailwind seems like it might be better, but at the moment I can't think of a good way to self-proc weakness policy. Next up are the TAPUS. Another example of grouping Pokemon together. I spoiled the TAPUS in the Ultra Beast section. Let's quickly talk about all 4 of the TAPUS and why they're going to be really good. Okay, let's start with Tapu Koko. Koko summons electric terrain automatically with its electric surge ability, and it's got ridiculously high base 130 speed with a very usable attack and special attack. Yes, you can reliably run it special or physical. It gets access to close combat now, making physical sets very easy to use. It'll be able to greatly abuse rising voltage to be a devastating special attacker as well. Holy crap, dude. The other electric surge Pokemon is Pincurchin, which is a slow, bulky thing. People with Pincurchin run Focus Sash with Memento to get Alolan Raichu in without taking damage. So it does have a niche, so Pincurchin won't totally drop off, but Koko is definitely be the most used electric surge Pokemon. Okay, let's talk Tapu Fini now. Tapu Fini is a super bulky water fairy that summons misty terrain, so you can abuse this thing's bulk without it getting status. The other misty surge Pokemon is Galarian and Weezing. Most people just use neutralizing gas on that, so now we have a better Misty Surge Pokemon. Alright, Tapu Lele. You know how much we all hate Indeedee? Well, this thing doesn't get any redirection, but it does abuse its self-induced psychic terrain way better, and it has with its much higher special attack. Those expanding forces are going to do even more ridiculous damage now. Ugh. Finally, Tapu Bulu. Let's compare it to Rillaboom. 130 attack and 75 speed versus Rillaboom's 125 attack and 85 speed. Or 80 speed. Alright, the speed doesn't matter as much because of Grassy Glide. Okay, cool. Bulu gets close combat. Ouch. But Rillaboom's Gigantamax is busted. It'll be a toss-up honestly as to which one's better. Either way, Bulu is back and people will use it. Next up is SUICUNE. I believe SUICUNE is low-key going to be really good, at least in singles. I'm going to use a timid one. I don't know if I'm going to invest more into bulk or special attack, but I'm going to maximize speed and run Calm Mind, Scald, Airstream, and probably Ice Beam. Why? I'm also planning to slap a weakness policy on it, so a Calm Mind boost, a policy proc, and an Airstream from Air Slash and SUICUNE will sweep for days. Maybe I'll replace Ice Beam for something else, but Max Hailstorm's Hail will break Sashes and Sturdies, so I don't know. This moveset is why I believe SUICUNE deserves to make this list. It seems like a weird pick, I know, but its natural bulk will allow for sets like this. It'll also be able to continue its stupid Crocoon set. What's that? Calm Mind, Scald, Rest, Sleep Talk. Invest totally into HP and defense and tank your way through the battle. It's always been a successful set and always will be. Maybe not as much this generation because of Dynamax, but still, people like it and they'll use it. I like my set better, lol. The Regis. Another weird pick, but hear me out, alright? I'm not talking about Regigigas because even with neutralizing gas, wheezing, and doubles, it won't be that good. The normal ones though, I'm gonna try Trick Room weakness policy sets for them all. They're also tanky. I think they'll be better than my somewhat infamous weakness policy Blissey set. They'll be able to tank super effective hits and dish out very heavy special attacks, super effective attacks back. Special attacks if you're using Regice. You pretty much can't OHKO these things because they're so tanky. I think Regice might be the best one, but you can't bulldoze it to proc the policy and drop your speed further because it isn't weak to ground like the other ones, so it's really a toss-up. Either way, I'm excited for them. Next up is Cresselia. Cresselia gets Cosmic Power now. There really isn't much else to say about that. Want to counter it? I hope you picked the right Urshifu because Single Strike is going to be the only counter to this. It's so ridiculously tanky and it can use Moonblast to fend off Dark types. So let's hope your Urshifu has an intact Focus Sash, or at least like an Assault Vest or something, because Cresselia might just be running Dark Reduced Berries to fend off against these Urshifu. Do crits bypass those berries? I don't know. Cresselia too tanky, guys. Just too tanky. Celesteela gets Cosmic Power too, which is also really stupid. As to which one's better, well, we're gonna have to wait and find out. Number 9 is Salamence. Why did Salamence make this list and not Dragonite? Well, more immediate raw power with Intimidate support. It gets Moxie too, so it's pretty much just a Dragon type Gyarados. It'll be really good in singles, but doubles it might have some trouble because I think there's going to be a lot of competitive and defiant abuse in that format. Dragonite gets Inner Focus and Multiscale, but I think immediate raw power is much more valuable in this Dynamax game, so Multiscale won't be that good. Inner Focus will be nice for doubles because it won't get affected by Intimidate and Fake Out. So maybe Dragonite will have the advantage in doubles, but overall I believe Salamence will just be better. Pretty much retains its Mega Form because it's going to be dealing out max Airstreams with huge power. Actually, it'll be better because it'll get those precious attack boosts from Moxie. Yeah, Salamence. Deal with it. Crobat. Crobat? What the hell? Crobat? Really? Crobat? Yeah, Crobat. Inner Focus Tailwind. That's why it makes this list. This thing won't be susceptible to Fake Out, and people are going to try to fake it out anyways. Guaranteed Tailwind is a precious commodity in doubles. Sure, Whimsicott sets up free Tailwind with Prankster, but it's vulnerable to Fake Out and Max Airstream. Crobat doesn't care about those as much. Okay, let's compare it to Talonflame. Talonflame can get faked out too, so it loses Gale Wings. All you have to protect onto it to prevent that? Well, Weather also damages you too, so you lose Gale Wings anyways. And Crobat naturally has higher attack and speed. It can taunt just like Talonflame too. The only benefit Talonflame has over Crobat is its access to Flare Blitz and any other fire type move. Crobat wishes it could use fire moves to deal with Steely Boys. So yes, Crobat I believe will be really good in doubles. In singles, I'd probably pass. Below average coverage moves and no access to Sword Stance. It can nasty plot, but its base 70 special attack is nothing to write home about. Well, that's the top 10 guys. Who do you think deserves to be here? Are you excited for the Crown Tundra? You know I am. Here are the honorable mentions. Dragonite. I talked about this guy a little bit in the Salamence section. Multiscale and Inner Focus are nice, but I don't believe our fat dragon friend here has the tools it needs to succeed in a Dynamax environment. Nobody's gonna try to bob Dragonite with a super effective move from full health anyways, because we all know what Multiscale does. Azelf. Azelf? I like this thing, but it's not gonna be any better than Alakazam or Tapu Lele as a special attacker. As a physical attacker, I think it'll shine more though. Heatran. Heatran always has and always will be a great Pokemon. People run it with Air Balloon to avoid ground attacks, they run it tanky, they use it as an attacker. Its weird speed tier though always has been its downfall. It can't abuse Toxic anymore either, so it'll be a toss up as to whether it's good in Gen 8 though. We'll have to wait and see. The Laddie Twins. Why'd I put these things here? They can Air Slash now, so they have max Airstream, which is nice. Let's just talk about Latios. It's basically Latias, but better. Well, Latias may be a better weakness policy user and Latias more so for Life Orb, because of the difference in bulk. They're decently fast and will be able to continue dropping Dracos. Well, max Wormwinds now because it drops your opponent's attack instead of your special attack. Yeah, I guess they deserve honorable mentions. That's finally it guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I work really hard on all my videos, so any kind of interaction is appreciated and helps the YouTube algorithm expose my channel. Alright, have a good day guys, bye bye.